It is time for our weekly garden segment, Owning Your Outdoors. And with me here again this week is our Lewis yard and garden expert, Doug Schroeder. Doug, we're talking about gardening for folks who may not have a huge yard to do that, or maybe folks who want to chop up the lawn. What are some options?
There's a lot of options. First of all, let's talk about raised gardening.
Okay.
Raised gardening is any type of structure you build to raise it off the ground, and it just makes it easier for anybody that has a hard time bending over.
Like Nancy.
Yeah,
Nancy and her hips
Nancy.
and her broken toe. She'd love something like this.
Exactly. Actually, it's becoming very popular. Another option is vertical gardening. That is basically a wall of plants.
Okay, and I think we have a picture of that.
Yes, we do.
You can see that. That's kind of neat. And those are like smaller little areas, and you basically just plant them in there?
Exactly. Herbs, vegetables, whatever you want to do. You can mix herbs, flowers, and it becomes more of an ornament. Another item that I really like is our tomato tower. This actually can be used for flowers or vegetables.
This thing right here?
Yes. You can plant the top in other vegetables and herbs. And then there's a place in the bottom here you can actually plant a tomato that grows down, more of a topsy-turvy type. My favorite way of gardening is an item called the earth box.
Now tell us a little bit about the earth box, because this is very uniquely built.
Yes, it's been around I think about 10 years, but I know I've had a lot of people ask me about them, and once they've started gardening with these, it's all they do. Basically what you have is a water reservoir at the bottom, and the plant draws water from the bottom. All you have to do is fill through this tube, make sure that reservoir is full at all times.
So talk a little bit about the red.
This
is interesting.
They did a study this last few years, and tomatoes actually produce better when they're surrounded by red. I find that very unusual, but people have actually studied that, and it's been used in many places, and it works.
And what about fertilizer? Do you fertilize like you would normally in a box as opposed to what you would do if it was in a garden?
You need to fertilize. You're going to be putting a lot of water through these containers throughout the season.
Okay.
So fertilizer is very important. I recommend every 2 or 3 weeks. So a big trend in the industry right now is to mix flowers and vegetables. That way you can make your planter for the patio more decorative.
Okay.
And there are a lot of flowers that actually like being planted with vegetables. Petunias and tomatoes actually work very well together. Another flower I like to use around vegetables is marigolds, because marigolds have a scent that keeps pests away. And you can take any little container and add it to your patio with herbs, some small vegetables, whatever you want to plant. One other option is called the Smart Pot. It's made of a black material. You fill it with soil, put your plant in it. The black draws heats the soil, and your vegetable, tomato, whatever you plant will actually grow better.
So